this lady.
Candace, you're here! Have you seen Dory?
She just left. I got here early, and she had already started doing business, so we wrapped things up right away. She left the city as soon as I handed her the travel permit and tax waiver I promised.
Wow, she sure didn't waste any time. So, how'd it go? Did she tell you where the gem came from?
Yes, according to the local gem merchant, the ore was retrieved from a nameless ruin in the desert several months ago. The ruin is in very poor condition. Even the writing on the walls is nearly impossible to read. Dory mentioned something even more concerning, though. Apparently, the craftsman made another gem just like this one.
So there's two?
Shit. Yes, the ore had cracked down the middle. The craftsmen believed it would be impossible to repair, so they turned it into two gems instead.
So where's the other gem now?
That's exactly what I'd like to know. If this gem truly provides the power of foresight, the consequences could be detrimental in the wrong hands. Funny though, I heard a caravan was robbed just this morning in a remote part of the desert.
You think it's related to the other gem?
I can't say for sure, but I do know this. Only small-scale caravans or ones carrying important goods travel on remote paths like that, and their routes are highly confidential. So what you're saying is, it's certainly possible.
Sounds like we need to investigate the site of the robbery. But what about the preparations for the Sub-Zero's festival?
Nahida said we can meet up with everyone later. If we hurry, we should be able to get back in time. Of course, if you don't have any other plans, please don't feel obliged to come with me. If you have other plans, don't feel obliged to come with me.
Hey, we're in this together. There's no way we're backing out now.
Let's head out. I should have known you would say that. Thank you all for your help. Oh shoot, that's really far away. All the way over here in the desert. Flower. I haven't explored much of the desert. I'm not gonna mess with that plant, that ghost right now. I'm trying to finish this. Oof. Here we go. I believe the robbery took place not far from here.
Wow, we really are in the middle of nowhere.
There's an animal back there. Julia Paimon over here. Do you sense that? I sense a trace amount of elemental energy. Exactly. Many among the desert tribe are capable of wielding elemental energy. The same is true for the Eremites. Some use the power to attack caravans and earn some quick mora.
Wait, are those broken planks over there?
Yes, all that's left of the transport wagon. I would imagine strange. The wood looks charred. Was there an explosion? I sense traces of activity over there. Let's follow the road and see what we can find. I'm coming. Looks like... I couldn't read that. Traces are pointing this way. Let's go up. At least she can see. I can't see. Shouldn't be far now.
Oh, I can't believe this. We made sure to pick a remote path and we still got ambushed.
Excuse me, sorry for the interruption.
Ah! Who's there?
I'm Cadence, the guardian of the Aurora village. I'm trying to learn more about the robbery that took place this morning.
Guardian? Calm down. I think we're safe. Pretty sure stealing's not in a guardian's job description.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Golly, dude.
Don't mind him. Some of our guys are still on edge after the robbery this morning.
I can sympathize, of course. There's no need to be nervous, though. Although, is this where you plan to set up camp? Caravan Rabat isn't far, you know.
The robbery took everything from us. We can't just let that slide, so I'm taking my men to confront them and get back some of what they stole at least.
I would caution against that, especially when it looks like you're low on rations as it is. In the desert, impulsive and overconfident can be fatal. Impulsivity and overconfidence can be fatal. Why she gotta be so fancy? What was it that you were transporting?
Hazardous materials.
Hazardous materials? Excuse me?
For the love of... You can't just say that. Listen, it was just some firecrackers and fireworks. That's all.
But that's what the crates had written on them.
They're fireworks. What else would they be labeled as? Perishable goods? Ugh, just ignore him, please. As you can see, some of my guys aren't particularly bright. If the guards at Caravan Rebot hear of this, we'll get questioned all over again.
So the charred marks on the planks are from fireworks? And where were you sending those goods?
To some tribal camps in the desert. Everybody's looking to celebrate with the Sub-Zero's festival coming up. Even small businesses like us got a share of the orders. Mostly the long-distance transports that no one else wanted.
Aw, poor guys. I see. Could you describe the robbery to us?
Well, it was like this. We had just set out on the remote path when...
A web of thorns and vines suddenly blocked our way.
Vines?
What? No, why would there be vines in the desert? Our wagon got stuck in the sand. That's what happened. I'm sure it was a trap. After that...
Bombs started falling from the sky.
Bombs?
Ugh, just stop talking. That robbery messed you up more than I thought. Don't listen to his nonsense. He's just a bit shaken up by what happened. Anyway, as we were trapped, the bandits started firing rockets at us, which made a lot of the fireworks go off. In the middle of all the chaos, they ran off with the rest of our stuff.
Did you see what they looked like?
No, we couldn't really see anything. There was sand everywhere, and we were more preoccupied with getting out alive. Although, I did notice that one of the bandits had this green stone.
Uh-oh. Did it look anything like this?
Yes, exactly like that. I just couldn't make sense of it. If you already have something that valuable, why go after our cheap firecrackers?
Unless the hazardous material were targeted for some other reason. Alright, I think I understand the situation. Thank you for your cooperation. I would still urge that you head to Carvana Rabbit and report the incident. For your own safety, don't let your anger lead you to do something foolish.
Well, all right. We'll just take another quick break before we head over.
Good, let's go. Alright, we should be out of earshot. So what do you think, Julia? Man, I'm not sure about their goods or their identities. Yes, I feel the same way. Their leader was clearly hiding something. I think we can safely say those weren't simply fireworks shipments. And now whatever hazardous materials they were transporting have fallen into the hands of another group of bandits.
So one group of bad guys attacked the other?
It's very possible. In any case, our biggest concern right now is the group that currently has the goods, and their goals may be the S Festival is coming up. I see what you mean. Their methods were precise and effective. It's very likely they're exploiting the vision granted by the gem. The situation could be even more precarious than we thought. I don't think we should hide this any longer. Let's head back to Carvana Rabbit and explain the situation to the guards. Okay then.
You know this guy that I've been hanging out with on GTA and shit? Who's from Algeria?
That's cool.
He's telling me that for being gay, it's a death sentence.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of sad. I bet you that doesn't stop people from doing it though.
No, it doesn't.
Why would you kill someone for that? That's so stupid. I bet you they don't even sit there and kill people for sexual assault down there.
Oh no.
Rest here for now, you two. I'll be back as soon as I've spoken to the guards.
Paimon hopes the Sub-Zero's festival doesn't get ruined. Things are turning out to be more complicated than we expected.
Oh? And what things would those be? Sounds like something the General Mahamatra should know about.
Sino, what are you doing here?
I'm here on business, investigating an unusual robbery case.
Wait, could it be the same one we've been investigating?
Sounds like you've been hard at work.
Just doing my duty. By the way, I brought something that I think might help with the investigation. Here, have some patisara pudding.
Okay, thanks.
Well, find any clues? They say the proof is in the pudding, after all.
What? Yeah.
Did you have to tell that joke with Paimon had a mouthful of pudding? She almost choked.
Very funny.
Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Tell me more about this robbery case of yours. I see. So you and Candace already did a preliminary investigation.
Yep, Candace can tell you the rest when she gets back. That merchant group was really suspicious.
All right. You can leave the rest to me. On a different note, do you have any other plans for the day?
Oh, we'll probably head back with Candace. We're meeting up with everyone to prepare for the super awesome dinner we're planning tonight.
Strange. Sounds like you're hiding something from me.
What? No, not at all. We'd never do anything like that.
Do you know why henna berries can't tell a lie?
Why?
Because they're always going to be red straight through. Get it? Like the color? I can explain it if you need.
Oh, we get it. We get it. Seriously, there's no secret.
Is that so? You're not afraid of ending up like the bass in the lake?
What?
Because they always wind up eating their worms.
Yeah, who knew being interrogated by the General Mahamatra was this miserable?
Someone's being interrogated? Did I miss something?
Candace! Thank goodness you're back. Please save us.
What happened? Can't be anything too bad if Kryno's grinning from ear to ear.
Nice to see you, Candace. The Traveler already updated me on everything, so you can leave the robbery case to me. But when I asked about their plans this afternoon, they started dodging my questions.
This afternoon, aren't we heading back to the port to work on the surprise?
Candace! It's supposed to be a secret!
It's alright. Kano has always been a part of the plan.
What? Why didn't you say something sooner?
Well, once you told me about the case, I realized I might not make it this afternoon. I was going to ask you to tell the group, but you decided to end the conversation.
Seriously? So we had to listen to a couple of Sino jokes for nothing?
There was 3 jokes, actually. We never told you who was involved. Apologies. That was our mistake.
Well, with that resolved, could you tell the group I've got a case? Oh, and these are the items I was supposed to get. Could you take them back with you?
Sure thing. We've got this.
I would hope so. I just handed it to you.
Oh, enough already!
This dude thinks he's a comedian. Wait, so we're not gonna investigate the stuff anymore? Dude. I need to go here. Ow. My wrist hurts. Yay, got it.
We're back. Finally free from all those terrible jokes.
Haha, I rarely get to spend time with Kryno outside of work. I'm sure he's happy you came back from the S Festival.
That explains why he had all those jokes ready to go, even while on the job. Paimon will never understand how he doesn't give himself a cringe attack.
Cringe attack. Ugh.
Candace? Did you have another vision?
Yes, I saw 2 people entering the valley over there. They seemed suspicious. I think they were talking about something dangerous.
Dangerous? Maybe they're the bandits from earlier.
Did you see the way they looked like? Or did you see what they looked like? No, unfortunately the visions are very blurry. I could only catch a few words and some vague images.
Then let's sneak up on them. If they're the ones looking to cause trouble during the Sub-Zero's festival, we should catch them in the act.
Mm-hmm. No, nothing. Secret signal. Explosion goes off.
Hey, did you hear that? Sounds like they're talking about something dangerous.
Let's try to get even closer. When passes by the flower carriage, we'll launch it. Factor in the object's trajectory. Completely foolproof. Stop your plan at once. Huh? Is something wrong?
Wait, it's you two? Oh, what kind of terrible plan were you talking about just now? Something about explosions and the flower carriage?
The connections we make reveal a lot about the mind. The fact that you went into a dark place simply shows the way you think. Honestly, Paimon, what did you think we were doing? We were just discussing the birthday surprise. Dude, you're not supposed to talk about it. Like I said, that's not it. We have more than just a heartless transactional relationship. You're overthinking the whole thing. It was our theory in the first place. The M disappeared after working for you all this time without anything in return. I think I'm allowed some dramatics. M hasn't come back since I set out for coffee. Perhaps seeing the underlings at the academia pick up coffee for their seniors taught M something about its own situation. You're saying I treat M like my inferior? I would never. I'm just worried M had some sort of awful experience and decided to run away. Maybe something triggered a existential crisis and M became so angry about its mechanical existence it decided to never come back. That's certainly an imaginative conclusion. Conclusion. No, that's impossible. I created M myself, and I performed regular maintenance every week. There's no way M would be that heartless. And here you are in Port Aurum telling me all this when I'm supposed to be working. It's good I ran into you, actually. I was hoping you could take a look at my proposal. I thought you were confident in your abilities. It's not like that. I just wanted to confirm the routine for the flower carriage. Unfortunately, I know nothing about the routine for the flower carriage. What? You're not involved in the festival at all? The academia couldn't convince you to help out? Organizing festivals is not part of my job description. You really think the academia could convince me otherwise? You've got a point. Well, could you at least take a look at the final explosion? Explosion? Yep, the candy tower I designed is going to hit the flower carriage at a designated time and explode into pieces, shooting candy in all directions. Not the dangerous kind of explosion, though. It's supposed to look like fireworks. I consulted a bunch of food engineering papers, and so it's completely safe. The candy is soft, and the packaging is as smooth as a silk flower fabric. Once I received the secret signal, M will activate the mechanism from afar. That way I can make sure the explosion goes off at the right time and place. And when is that supposed to be? When the Dendro Archon passes by on the flower carriage. Once we receive the signal, we'll launch it and kaboom. Don't forget to factor in the object's trajectory and the humidity level. Already done. The mechanism inside the candy tower controls those. What? The mechanism inside the candy tower controls for those factors. The plan is completely foolproof.
Okay, so that's what all this was about?
And you had your mind set on a very different interpretation.
Well, about that.
It's alright, let me explain. The ability to see the future, that's incredible. Fascinating. You formulated a hypothesis based on your interpretation of the gem's abilities, yet the results fail to corroborate it. Perhaps this calls for a different post-dilution.
Maybe you could dumb that down a little.
You assume that you were seeing the future, but what if you were actually seeing the past?
Past?
Jagger said this was the second time his wind generator broke down. Mechanical failures of that nature come with a predictable consequences. His lack of surprise suggests something similar happened in the past. As for falling crates, during a busy time like the S Festival, people often stack their crates on both sides of the street, likely leading to similar accidents. Seeing people have a private conversation in a secluded place is even more common. So you're saying we just happened to witness events that have occurred before. It's easy for mundane events to appear special. So either you can predict the future and make it deviate off course, or you happen to witness the past. Yeah, the second option seems a bit easier to swallow. That's not why I brought it up. I was simply trying to offer a change in perspective.
Well, it does explain what we saw.
The conditions and actions required to trigger this power are still unclear. If you plan to investigate further, you should pay attention to those two factors. Speaking of a change in perspective, maybe you were the one that scared M off. Ingenious thought if M and I had ever met before. Yeah, M should be used to you, especially after I programmed it to recognize your voice. Something else must have happened.
Kave, if Marek is missing, what's that thing coming toward us right now?
Marek, where have you been? Beep beep. You went to look for more coffee beans because the shop was out of stock? Hey, if they're out, they're out. You don't have to go that far. M sure is persistent.
Candace, something on your mind?
I was just thinking about Mr. A's theory. It makes sense until we factor in the robbery in the desert.
Huh.
Oh, you're all here. Something wrong? You look troubled. Just trying to work through some mysteries. Oh, right. It's almost time for our meeting. We'll catch you up on the way. I'll meet at the house of Deanne. See you later.
Yep, bye-bye.
Huh. Nice of you to finally show up. All young and capable, and yet not one of you could get here before a senior such as myself. It's another one of those tropes where it's a little girl that looks like a kid, but she's actually like 1,000,000 years old. Apologies, Madam F. We got caught up in a discussion. A discussion more important than the candy tower? Finding a suitable material for the candy. What was supposed to be the priority? That was supposed to be the priority, or we might not make it in time for the parade. Well, did you figure something out? Yes. Took me several dozen papers, but I got it in the end. Well, at least you young people work fast. Alright. Now's no time for slacking off. We need to focus, or we might not make it in time. You're right. We should leave the other case to Sino. There's not much we can do from here anyways. Well then, let's get to it. Don't make me order you around like little kids. Oh, and Kevin, you wanted a mechanism to simulate the parade, right? I finished it. Already? That's amazing. No more difficult than Harvastat's standard curriculum 800 years ago. Here, let me know if it works. Thank you very much, Madame F. Julia, mind helping me test it out? I need to observe the carriage to make adjustments to the candy tower. Sure, leave it to me. What? Oh, it's that flower game. Oh. This is peaceful. Surprisingly peaceful. We're running out of time. Okay. Oh, not bad. Looks like a successful simulation. Thanks to you two, I already have a pretty good idea of how the tower should look. Alright, now it's time for the production phase. Go ahead and sketch out the design. We'll deal with the candy part. Where are Kali and Dehaya? They've been in Miss D's house for the past couple days working on the candy decorations. I'm sure they have it under control.
Now that you mention it, why aren't we meeting in the city? Wouldn't that be more convenient?
because we'd be right under the Dendro Archon's nose. It'd be too easy to run into her. Being further away from Sumeru City means our chances of getting caught are lower. The last thing we want is for the Dendro Archon to discover the surprise. Huh? What's going on here? I thought I heard my name. Uh-oh. She did. Foreshadowing. Sneak up behind us. That's what she did. Huh? Kevin. Madam F. You call this a design? What possessed you to use that kind of material for the roof? Oh, I play along. The design overturns centuries of Sumeru architectural traditions. The Dendro Archon would be devastated if she saw it. Oh, yes, you're right. I mean, just look at it. The facade, completely unacceptable, haha. I'm sure you can come up with a new design in a few days, right? Of course. I'll get something to you first thing tomorrow. Oh, so it was a conversation about architecture. I think innovation can be a good thing. Don't mind us, Archon. Kevin is an intelligent young man. He just goes overboard sometimes, really lets his imagination run wild. Don't worry, it's a simple fix. I see. He'll revise the design right away. Alright, if you say so. Still, I'd be happy to take a look at the plans. I might be able to give some pointers. Oh, is it not a good time? Oh, well, about that. They look extremely uncomfortable. Are they afraid to show me their work, or embarrassed to talk about the problem? The plans. Oh, I almost forgot. My friend has them. The guy always causes trouble, haha. I'll fetch them in a bit. They're definitely up to something.
Up to no good.
Nilou. Huh? Ah. Archon. Oh, Nilou, did you need something? Yes, I've been looking for you all over. The folks of Navarre Theater had some questions about the program for the S Festival. Oh, then I'll head over right away. Thank you for coming all this way, Nilou. No, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to pay us a visit. No problem. I've had a lot of free time lately. I heard things were getting lively at Port Ormos, so I decided to come take a look. Well, I guess we should head back, Nilou. See you all some other time. Trying to ruin her own surprise.
That was too close.
Sorry for yelling just now, Kevin. Don't worry. I have nothing but absolute confidence in your design. Don't make it a habit of speaking like that to a capable junior. It's alright, I understand. Oh, Kevin, by the way. Ahem. Hop on it, Kevin. We need those plans. Do I really need to watch you do the revisions for this to get done? I'm going. Oh, I just want to say, you can always come to me if you ever need guidance or help with anything. Don't worry, Archon. This is all under control. She knows. Take care, Archon. Why does she look like a little kid? She looks like she's just a baby.
Paimon's heart can't take much more of this.
Let's move our meeting spot to Paris Daya, just in case Port Onimus was a good choice in terms of location, but we forgot to factor in the festivities. Should we go now? I think that's the best choice. Kevin can focus on our design for the candy tower. The rest of us will transport the materials. Don't worry, Kevin. I'll support you no matter what design you come up with. Thanks. Madame F said she doesn't normally yell at her juniors, but I feel like I just got a glimpse of a true senior researcher, even though there's nothing senior about her appearance. Alright, it's decided. Let's meet tomorrow at Paris Dia. I have to wait till the next day. What time did it say? 8 to 10 again. What are you talking about? What are you munching on now? A couple? It sounds like you got the whole damn box.
The law everyone should.
I knew it. No, I don't want to make my...
Maybe she overslept.
I don't know. This has never happened before. Did anyone see her on her way here?
What's got you all looking so worried?
Miss Nilou isn't here yet.
Oh, maybe she's just running late.
That's not like her. She comes early every other time we meet. Besides, Kaino went to the Grand Bazaar to meet up with her before the meeting.
But I was told she had left first thing this morning.
And now Sino's here, but Nilou's still nowhere to be found.
That's exactly why we're worried. Any progress with the robbery case?
We interrogated the people in charge of the caravan on the day of the incident. But they were technically the victims of the case, and all their goods were lost, so there was no evidence to investigate. Their goods are certainly suspicious, but until we recover them, all we can do is to observe the caravan under the guise of protection. We contacted the original seller of the gem. Apparently, he sold the other half to a young man in the desert, but that's all he could tell us.
So to summarize, the location of the hazardous material and the second gem are a complete mystery, and now Nilou is missing as well.
Wait, you think Nilou's disappearance is connected to all this?
Possibly. We're still not sure if the three events are connected, but if they are, it would probably have something to do with Nilou's dance of Sabarus. The dance is a key part of the festival. If someone was trying to sabotage the celebration, Nilou would be a natural target.
Traveler, Candace, there's no time to waste. Let's try to follow her trail.
Her trail? We don't even know where to start looking.
Tainari, can you stay back and explain the situation to everyone when they arrive?
Of course. It's still possible Nilou was simply held up by something urgent. I'll wait here. Okay then.
Let's start with the Grand Bazaar. We should ask around for clues.
I accidentally cut it off. Is that the Grand Bazaar? Yeah, it says it is. Ooh. This is pretty. It's not the Grand Bazaar though. Hold on, I'm in the middle of the air. Oh. Down here. Ooh, a stage.
Mr. Zubair!
Oh, hello. Did you need something?
We're looking for Nilou. Do you know where she is?
Nilou. She left bright and early this morning. Said she had to help out a friend.
Was she by herself? And did you happen to see which gate she used to leave the city?
Well, she definitely left alone. As for the direction, I think she left through the gate to the north.
So, the complete opposite direction of Pardis Di.
Did something happen? This is no time for practical jokes, you know.
Mr. Zubair, could you send word to Pardis Di if Nilou comes back to the Grand Bazaar?
Of course. I'm sure she just got caught up in something. Still, let me know if you find her.
We will. All right. Let's leave through the north gate and see what we can find.
Okay then. This is weird. Poor Nilou got kidnapped.
Miss Nahida, have you seen Nilou this morning?
Nilou? Oh yes, I saw her head out of the city. She was wearing the prettiest outfit.
Aww.
Which way did she go?
That way, I believe.
Was there anyone following her? Did everything look okay?
I mean, it looked like she was in a good mood. She even stopped to say hello. And no, I didn't see anyone else.
All right. Thank you.
That's weird. I wonder if she's planning a surprise.
Excuse me. Have any of you seen Miss Nilou from Zubair Theater come this way?
Yes, General. I saw Miss Nilou cross the bridge after leaving the city this morning. There was a man waiting for her on the other side.
Wait, could that be the person who bought the second gem?
Did you see the man's face?
Unfortunately, no. He was...
Understood. If she comes back this way, tell her to find me at Pardis Di.
Yes, General.
Let's keep going.
The trail ends here. There's no one else we can ask for clues.
There are intersecting sets of footprints on the ground. We could try tracking some of them.
With this many traces, it's easy to get mixed up. Let me take a closer look.
I mean, doesn't she wear heels? Just look for heel footprints. Excuse me for a moment, you two.
Sure. We'll continue analyzing the footprints over here.
Okay. Tell us right away if you find anything.
Arasaka, it's you!
Eek. It's the nice golden Nara. Asaka must hide.
Why would you need to hide? We're friends, aren't we?
Friends? Arasaka is friends with the golden Nara, but Paris and said Arasaka can't talk to many people right now.
Oh, why?
He thinks Arasaka will let everything slip by accident. Eek. Arasaka shouldn't say anymore.
Let things slip, huh? Okay, we just have one question. Did you see a girl walk by?
A Nara with red hair? Red Nara, who's pretty like a Padersera? What? Yes, Arasaka saw the Nara.
Really? Which way did she go?
She went towards a messy pile of rocks with another Nara, but Arasaka doesn't know them.
A messy pile of rocks?
It's probably the ruins near the fane of Ashfakata.
Oh, that makes sense. Thank you, Arasaka.
Arasaka is happy to help the kind golden Nara. Golden Nara has helped Arasaka in the past.
Arasaka, about the other thing you mentioned.
Eek. Arasaka doesn't know anything. Arasaka won't say anything else.
Well, guess that ends this conversation.
Wonder if they have their own
Let's
surprise.
Candace what we learned.
Why'd you have to question him, Paimon?
The Fane of Ashwata?
The footprints lead in that direction as well.
Where did you get this information?
Well, we were tipped off by some friends. We can vouch for the information.
All right. I trust you.
Let's go after them. Hopefully, off.
Another vision?
Yes, but this time I only heard a faint voice. What did they say? It sounded like two people having a conversation. There was someone asking, will she find out? And something about follow the tracks.
Was Nilou one of the voices?
I couldn't tell. The voices were too muffled.
Let's head towards the ruins for now. The vision could mean we're on the right track.
Everyone's got their own fucking surprises. It's like messing up everything else. What was that glowing thing I just saw? Oh, enemy. I didn't mess with you. Leave me alone. Uh-oh. Ooh. Oh, I probably just died.
We should be getting close.
This area is usually full of treasure hoarders. Nilou could be in danger.
Look over there.
It's Nilou! Hey!
I don't think she can hear us. We're too far away.
Come on, let's go!
I need to jump down. Ooh. Uh-oh. Wow, I can't believe we've walked this far already. We should be getting close, right?
Nilou!
Huh?
Nilou! We knew there'd be a bad guy with you! Leave her alone, you... Huh?
Huh? A bad guy? Do you mean me?
What are you doing here?
Am I not supposed to be here? What are you guys doing here?
Can't we stick to one question at a time? Oh, wait, that one doesn't count.
What dreadful cacophony! Are we not allowed a quiet place to practice?
Sarouche!
Oh, they have a voice? I didn't know that.
Ah, Pale Floater. And my Yasnapati!
You know this red floating being?
Excuse you! I, Sarouche, am a noble pari, and the bloom guard of Quarina.
Sarouche is a pari we met in the Vorukasha Oasis. She's really nice. You just have to get used to the way she talks.
Huh, Mr. Sethos. What? That item on your person. Oh, do you mean this cracked web jot eye?
So you were the one who bought the other gem!
A Wijat Eye Pari. Sounds like something I've read about before.
Then you can probably guess what really happened.
Now's not the time for riddles. Everyone in the city is still worried about Nilou.
Worried about me? But I left a message for everyone.
Message? What message?
We never received anything like that.
Don't tell me Rashnu fell asleep halfway there. Again!
Oh, hearing that name, this is all starting to check out.
Uh-oh.
Who's Rashnu?
The pari that was supposed to pass on my message. She did look really tired earlier.
Hold on, let's take this one thing at a time. First, what are you guys doing here?
Well, that exploration starts with the first time I met Soros.
Sarouche, they're here.
I've had enough of these insufferable rascals, wreaking havoc in the desert right and left. Wake up, Rashnu! We need to teach them a lesson or we'll never get another good night's sleep.
I'll trap them with my thorns when they pass by, and you can take care of the rest.
Perfect! They don't stand a chance. Let's give them a taste of sheer terror!
What in the... Thorns?
Boss, the wagon is stuck!
Huh?
Now! Behold my might!
Careful, Sarouche! Don't get too low or they might see—
Bombs! There are bombs falling from the sky!
Ah! Huh! Perish, you scoundrels!
They've probably had enough, don't you think?
Who might you be?
The name's Stethos. I was out for a walk when I heard the commotion, so I came to check it out. Since you already destroyed their goods, I'd say you can stop here. These kind of situations can easily get out of hand.
Brazen youth! Have you any idea to whom you speak?
The Bloom Guard, Sorush, renowned among the Pari. All children of the desert know your name.
So you're not entirely ignorant after all. Fine, I'm willing to call it a day. But if those scoundrels continue to disrupt the peace of this land, I will show no mercy.
I wonder what happened. What's he so mad about? The two of us really hit it off after that, so I became her guide in Cimmeru City.
You really can get along with anyone, huh?
Sethos fulfilled his duty well. I have come here for a monumental task.
What task?
I heard Lesser Lord Kusanali is currently celebrating her birthday in the city. As her familiars, the Pari have decided to bestow upon her a special gift. As decided by Elder Zervin, the Bloomguard of the Pari, that would be me, will present the Dance of Sebzerus to Lesser Lord Kusanali, a tradition passed down over the centuries.
I told Sorush the dancer was already decided, but she insisted on meeting Nilou in person.
Good thing I did. How was I to know the current version is nothing like the original?
Well, there are bound to be changes over the centuries.
I was so excited to see the original version, I begged Miss Sorush to teach me. It's such a rare opportunity. If I present this special version of the S Festival, I'm sure the Dendro Archon will love it, and all the spectators too.
I appreciated young Nilou's determination, so I invited her here to practice in peace.
Oh, so that's what happened. Feels like we've been chasing bad guys for days, but in the end, there were no bad guys at all. It was all for Nahida's surprise.
Hold on, don't forget about the guys with the fireworks. You still haven't figured out what they were up to. Wreaking havoc in the desert, trying to turn a profit by illegally excavating ruins and tombs. That's my guess.
That would explain why they chose a remote path away from Aru village. They're lucky you didn't catch them in the act.
A few moments with me, and they'd be begging for their days of baking in the hot sun.
Okay, remind Paimon not to get on Candace's bad side.
Right? By the way, Miss Candace, I noticed you're carrying the other half of the Webjet eye.
Oh yeah! What exactly is this thing?
It was a gift from King Deshret to Lesser Lord Kusanali.
It probably belongs to Greater Lord Rook, actually, but given what happened to Irum, that's right. So you read the legend too.
I only know the basics. I never thought these two gems could be connected to the relic from the legend.
I only bought the gem because it seemed like there was something special about it. The legend didn't come into play until I checked certain texts back at the Temple of Silence. Legend has it that the king of Deseret and the goddess of flowers, Lady M, both prepared surprise gifts for Lesser Lord Kazunahali before the first S festival. They scattered candy along a path to lead her towards the site of the banquet. Eventually, she arrived at a lake where she heard the sound of music. Lord Al-Amar was plucking the strings of an instrument while Lady M performed a beautiful dance. Together, the two extended their heartfelt wishes to their dear friend, and each bestowed upon her a precious gift. Lady M gave her the Caverna to protect the rainforest, and Lord Al gave her the Wedget Eye to record the moments they shared together.
But the Wedget Eye was lost after the cataclysm in Conria, buried deep beneath the sands.
And Lesser Lord Kusanali turned the Quarina into a divine bird, tasked with guarding the border between new birth and death, until the bird shattered into pieces and gave rise to the party.
So Candace actually saw things recorded by the Wedget Eye.
I was definitely surprised it still had the power to record events after all this time. Its power seems to only resonate with the people of Al-Amare, also known as the descendants of the King Deseret. Despite the damage, it still holds many scenes from the past. The faint voices I heard earlier, could it have actually been Lord Al-Amare and the Goddess of the Flowers? What do you plan to do with the two pieces of the eye? If you don't mind, I'd like to place them under the custody of the Temple of Silence. I agree with that decision.
Technically, the eye belongs to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Why don't you just give it back? ...
I'm not sure that would be wise. If she remembers the story, I fear all that remains of this fragmented piece of memory is grief. A record of sad memories as Nahida's friends. I don't want her to feel sad on her birthday.
I don't fully understand your reasoning, but if this is the decision of the group, as well as my Yaznapati, then I shall object no further. Well, are you going to let me teach the girl the dance of Sub-Zeros, or do you intend to drag this on incessantly?
She's got a point. Now that we know it was all a false alarm, let's go back and tell everyone what happened. They're probably worried.
I'll tell the other Matra to keep an eye out for that caravan. If we find evidence of any misconduct, we won't let them off lightly.
Guess I'll stay here then. There's a bunch of monsters nearby, so it's always good to have someone stand guard. Sorry to make you worry, everyone. I'll head back and help once I've done learning this dance.
Focus! No more distractions! Now, follow along!
Golly. Yes, Master Sorush. Gotta go all the way back over here. You're finally back. I was so worried. I was this close to sending some merces after you. Nothing bad happened,
Nope,
right?
It was all just a misunderstanding.
That's a relief. I'm glad it's all taken care of.
How are the preparations going?
Well, Kevin's diagram is done, It looks like he pulled an all-nighter to finish it, so he went home to sleep. We built the frame of the tower while you were gone.
I think I'll check it over later, though. We were so worried about you all. It was kind of hard to focus.
Who's this lady? Oh, that's that D-word lady. In any case, there's not much left to do. If we all work together, we'll be done in no time.
Great! We don't have to worry about missing the parade!
Speaking of parade, should I ask you for a favor, Julia? Could I ask you for a favor? Sure, as long as it's something I can do. The Academia wants the representatives of each Darshan to nominate someone to serve as the Knight of Flowers for the parade. After some discussion, we all agreed you would be the best person for the job. What do you think? That would be my honor. Great. You're the hero of Sumeru and a personal friend of the Dendro Archon. We all thought you were the best candidate. Make sure you knock it out of the park. Hey, don't stress her out. Wait, aren't you also in the parade this time, Cadence? You're playing the timbre, right? Yes, I'm providing the background music for Miss Nilou's dance.
Whoa, Paimon's never heard you play music before!
Hey, if you like it, you're welcome in Aurora Village anytime. I'm more than happy to lure you to sleep. You can count on it.
Actually, I have a favor to ask as well.
Oh my god, so many fucking favors.
These are the decorations for the flower carriage. Could you bring them to the sanctuary of Suristana and hang them on the carriage?
Sure.
Oh, it would mean a lot to have the Knight of Flowers personally decorated.
My pleasure.
You can count on us!
Everyone splits up the remaining tasks. The anticipation for the festival makes for quick work. Before you know it, the sun has set and everyone breaks for the night.
We're done. Now we just have to go to the sanctuary of Suristana and hang the decorations on the flower carriage.
Yeah, wherever the hell that is.
Huh. Wonder what the sanctuary looks like the night before the festival. Let's go check it out.
I'm going. Ooh. Oh, those flowers are so pretty.
That should be good. All we need to do now is wait for the parade tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. All the preparation is done. Wait until the start of the parade tomorrow. Wait until tomorrow. Huh. Everyone's been avoiding me lately. They're acting squirrely, like they're hiding something. I have to get to the bottom of this after the parade. But first, birthday celebrations with delicious candy, a beautiful flower carriage, and... Ah. Sorry to keep you waiting, dear Archon. Time to head out, dear Knight of Flowers. When I woke up, I was riding in the flower carriage. It was my birthday. The Night of Flowers and their attendants. Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you. The S Festival began and everyone smiled and gathered around me.
Are those Parisaras?
Everyone prepared a bunch of surprises for me. Candy exploded in all directions like dazzling fireworks. Ready? 3, 2, 1. In that moment, the world erupted into a brilliant... Actually, I have a surprise of my own. When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. But it felt like just a dream. Never had I witnessed a more perfect day. The parade of the flower cake was concluded without a hitch. Here's to a successful birthday surprise. Cheers. Ah, I knew it. I knew you had it in you. Kevin, you are truly a genius architect. Madame F, I think you might have had a little too much to drink. She hadn't been able to contain her excitement since she saw the candy hit the flower cart. I even saw her sneak a few drinks just now. Hey, we all deserve to loosen up once in a while. That's what festivals are for. By the way, Candace, your playing was amazing out there. How come you've never showed us before? Oh, it's just something I do in a passing. When the night watch is calm and the stars are out, I like to play a few tunes to pass the time. You're saying the stars in the sky get to hear you play more than us? No fair. Honestly, I think Miss Nilou's dancing was the real star of the event. Wait, when did this become about me? I see. So, the Webjet Eye is now under the custody of the Temple of Silence. You can borrow it for research if you want. No need. Certain objects merely represent a period of history. Once the events they exemplify are brought to light, there's little value in further study. I thought you'd at least want to see it. A legendary gem like this is sure to be a wonder to behold. Couldn't hurt to take a look. I'm not about to make a trip to the Temple of Silence for that. It's too far. You and your hermit tendencies, I swear. Although if someone ever brings it to the Academia for appraisal and certification, I wouldn't mind taking a look.
On that topic, I wonder how much it's worth.
I've never really thought about it. It's kind of like an ancient palace, in a way. Not many people are going to break off a piece of the wall and send it for appraisal. Huh. That actually sounds like something my Darshan would do. I've heard some of the underclassmen have quite a sense of curiosity. Well, if that does happen, write a report and send it to my office. Huh, is that the protocol for something? Or something? No, I just like to know when interesting things are brought back to the academia. I might want to check it out. Why did you even bother asking? I should just keep my mouth shut. Why did I even bother asking? I should just keep my mouth shut. Interesting. You use reports as a sort of an alarm clock system.
An alarm? Yes, that's what I heard just now. Dear friends, a critical moment has arrived.
Wait, I didn't hear anything. It's not like H would call on you, not me.
It is time to come together and play genius in...
Is the collie calling me? Sorry, I gotta go. Sigh, genius invocation this. And genius invocation that. When's Collie gonna give me a excuse to leave? Everyone seems to be having a lot of fun. What about you? Are you having fun? Yeah, I just know this will be the most unforgettable birthday I'll ever have.
Great Archon, you have a long life ahead of you. Isn't it too early to draw such a conclusion?
Probably. It's not like that at all. Sometimes a single moment is all it takes to know you'll remember something for the rest of your life. Your name is Sorush, right? Would you and your friends ever consider coming to live in Sumeru City?
Thank you for your kindness, Great Archon. But we Pari have our own duties, and we find the city a bit too noisy.
Is that so? If you spend more time among people, you might start to enjoy the commotion.
Well, that's also true. I have fond memories of my adventures with Pale Floater and my Yasnapati.
Really? Paimon's happy to hear that. It felt like this Sub-Zero's festival had surprises for everyone. When you called out the Aranara, Paimon nearly fell out of the sky in shock.
Glad you liked it. I told them to stay hidden so no one knew what was coming.
No wonder Arasaka was so flustered. He was trying to keep it a secret. Oh, Paimon's sure everyone in Sumeru loved the surprise. It felt like a dream.
A dream, huh?
Nahida?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just wondering if this whole thing might be a dream. Then we should do our best to remember it. Let's capture this moment forever. That must have been what Amar wanted when he gave Areka the whip-eyed. Even though we don't have anything that powerful, we'll still have our own way to stop time. But how can we do that? I'm gonna snap a picture. Selfie time, selfie time. Oh. Alright, everyone. Closer together, please. People on the left, make some room. Someone is stepping on my shoe. Ah, sorry, Madam F. There's not a lot of space.
Floater, this spot is reserved for the mighty Pari.
Paimon's the only one allowed to float next to her.
So that's what you meant. A picture. Ha. I never thought about it that way before. From now on, every time you look at the photo. I don't have any experience with this kind of stuff, but I trust you. I believe with all my heart that time will stop for us in this moment. Get in the picture, Kevin. Just need to set the timer and we're all good. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday!
Oh. I love it. Square. Oh, I got the blue girl. Why did I think I was getting the Archon? I wonder where I can get 10 more points from. Triangle. Am I done with this? Alright, it's bedtime. Wonder what this one is. Got 11 days to do it though. Okay. I'm gonna end the stream here. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.